That certainly is a stunning property in Magill. Very beautiful. Now, if you've just joined us, Dom Cassisi, who is the captain of Port Power football team and loan manager with Funding Options. Thanks for coming back. A few questions. Do you want to go through a few emails with me? We've got some viewer emails. How about that? You all right with that?
Sounds good.
All right. First one from Kylie Southcott. Is there anything I need to prepare, or is there any research I should do before I apply for a home loan?
Yeah, look, I guess the simple way to answer the question, and my advice would be probably not to do the research yourself.
Yep.
I mentioned before, there's just so many different products out there, and it's really hard and daunting to try and sort through them all.
Yep.
So my advice would be to get hold of a finance broker, sit down with them. They'll have to get some details off you to assess your financial situation. Yep. And then from there, you'd be able to know exactly how much you can spend.
Yep.
Then you can go out and buy a property. But like I said, to go and do your own research is just really hard work, and you'll probably end up just going, "Oh, it's too hard. I don't want to do it." But I think just get hold of a finance broker. They'll walk you through the whole process, and you can just continue on with your normal life. So
just jump on that fundingoptions.com.au and get in touch with either yourself or Toby, who's out and about all the time, and save you all the bother. Sounds easy to me.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Now, I believe you might have a question for me.
I've got one from Robert Mitchell.
Right.
I'm looking to buy an investment property. Would you recommend buying a detached house or a unit?
Oh, good question, Robert. Personally, I'd probably choose a detached house, only because I like a little bit of land, a little bit of space and privacy around me. Possibly a little more maintenance if it's an investment property, if you are renting it out. So a unit is certainly good for that. Strata fees involved with a unit, so I guess that offsets the maintenance. Purely a personal decision, but I'd probably go detached house.
Sold me.
Excellent, thanks for that. Now, because we've got a few minutes left and we've got very lucky to have Dom Cassisi in the studio, we might ask him a few questions. We're going to put him in the hot seat for just a minute. You all right with this, Dom?
A bit nervous now.
Okay, no, we'll be gentle. First of all, which suburb did you buy your first home in?
In Forestville.
Forestville in South Australia?
Yeah, in South Australia. Yeah, just a nice little character home there, and it was great. A few kilometres out of the city. We loved it.
Yeah, nice area. Did you live in Melbourne? Were you a Melbourne boy at some point?
No, I'm from Perth.
Perth.
I'm
okay.
West Australia. So.
Now here's a very controversial question for you. Best restaurant in SA?
Geez, a tough one. I think we're blessed with restaurants.
We are.
I'd have to say, on a nice summer's day, I'd probably go to Star of Greece in Wollonga.
Nice.
Overlooking the water. That's pretty nice. There's a nice bottle of white wine and some seafood.
Beautiful.
It's good. Locally, I've got to say Gaucho's. If you get a nice steak at Gaucho's on Cooper Street.
Yeah.
And I'm good friends with Joe, so
excellent. And a good beer in the off season, of course.
Yeah, exactly right.
So you're in off season now, so are you allowed to enjoy a few in off season?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. Yeah. Who do you think is going to win the SANFL this year? What's your tip?
Well, I think Norwood. I think they've only lost 1 or 2 games for the whole year, so I'd have to put my money on them. And they're already in the grand final. I think they've got a week off now to freshen up. Yep. So they'll go into the grand final nice and fresh, ready to win.
All right. Here's one for you. This might take you back a bit. Best Adelaide location to take someone on a first date? For all those young girls out there who follow you, where would you get them, the dates to take them? Back in your day, where were you going?
Well, I met my wife at the old line on Sunday night.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But I would probably go to, I don't mind the Grace establishment on
the parade?
On the parade.
Yeah, beautiful.
On a Sunday afternoon, I reckon it's good to go there. Nice bar. Yeah, there's a bit of music and to chill out. But
excellent. So a bit of a stylish first date.
Yeah.
Good to know. Now this is a tricky one because there are lots of events in Adelaide at the moment, and there have been. We had Mad March, I think it is. What's your favourite Adelaide event, or do you get time to go into any Adelaide events?
Yeah, I love the Fringe when the Fringe is on. It's a great time of the year. So we tend to go to a few shows when that's on. And I reckon that's probably the main one we get into.
Yeah, it's quite diverse.
There's a Sea in Vines, which is always during the season. I'd love to be able to go to that, but I've never been able to. But I hear that's a good day as well.
Yeah, excellent. Are you a beach boy? Do you get down the beach a bit in summer, or kind of?
Yeah, definitely. I live down Summerton Park, so it's right near the beach. So
you have to say Summerton Park's your favourite beach?
Pretty much, best local beach for sure. But when you go down south towards Aldinga, it's great. Okay,
one more question. Best place to shop in Adelaide? Are you a shopper?
God.
Or is your wife the shopper?
My wife does most of the shopping.
Okay.
Probably just DJs at the moment. There used to be Axel Beers where I used to go, but they're not around anymore. All right.
Well, actually, no, one more question. What do you think is the best thing about Adelaide? Why should international travellers come here?
I just love the convenience of the place, and I mentioned the restaurants, and I love how you can just go up the freeway half an hour and you're at the Lane Vineyard.
Yes. One of my favourites. They live at Woodside, so
yeah,
one of my
there you
favourites.
go. So you got, it's only half an hour away
Yeah.
from the city, even maximum half an hour, and you're sitting in lush vineyards,
Beautiful.
having a wine
Yeah.
and a nice feed. I think everything's just so accessible, and there's a variety of things you can do.
I think you are. I think Adelaide and the Adelaide Hills is one of the best kept secrets for anybody coming here. It's a beautiful part of the world. So Dom, thanks so much for coming on today. I know you're busy and I know it's a big time of year, but you can sort of sit back and relax. Appreciate you taking the time out. Look forward to a big year for you next year. And your money was on, for the grand final was
Hawthorn.
on? Hawthorn. Okay, Hawthorn's the go according to Dom Cassisi. Before we go, let's take a look at some hot properties.
Well, that wraps up today's show. Have a great long weekend and good luck with all of those grand final bets. Now, if you're looking for a hills retreat, you won't want to miss next week's show when we go to Stirling to have a look at a beautifully unique property. And we'll also be getting an update from the experts with RP data. So that's next week, 1 o'clock, right here on TOOP TV. But for now, here are some more hot properties.